I'm sure quite a few of you have been on the edge of your seat wondering if Jem's bandmate's stunt double is going to be okay. And while I'm genuinely sorry to leave you hanging for over 2 years, you do realize you can just buy this show on DVD, right? Telling you this will almost certainly not get Hasbro off my back with their whole copyright claim bullshit, but I guess it doesn't hurt to try every once in a while, just in case. Oh, I guess it was Kimber who was in danger after all. But thankfully, this dirt bike guy races in to save her, and, okay, I had a hard time remembering who was in love with whom last time, because I really didn't care all that much, but now it's 2 years later, and I definitely have no idea who this guy is.
Nice stunt, Jeff.
Yes, of course, that's Jeff. How could I have possibly forgotten Jeff? Good old Jeff. After attempting to discover who was responsible for this latest debacle, Jem quits the movie and storms off the set. Again. Presumably this will be followed by her remembering that she needs to raise a bunch of money to keep that one orphan from going blind. Again. Except this time she inspires Miguel to quit, and I do remember Miguel. He's the production assistant who's holding this entire project together. You know that old Hollywood saying, wherever Miguel goes, so goes the rest of the crew? This is that Miguel. So everyone else quits too. The Misfits don't seem terribly bothered by any of this, so I'm sure it's all fine. Meanwhile, Kimber and Jeff share a moment, and I spend entirely too long trying to determine if they were about to kiss, or if I'm just grossly misreading some characteristically bad animation. And back at the mansion,
Jem's gonna get my eyes all fixed up so I can read again.
I'm pretty sure this shoots past dramatic irony into melodramatic irony. Jem, the holograms, the former crew of their now defunct film, and purple-haired boyfriend, decide that they can still make a movie, but like, indie style, without the backing of a major studio. And look, I love this, because it may shock you to discover this about me, but everything I make is completely DIY as well. That was me pausing for your reaction of shock. But what I don't love is the entire crew agreeing to basically work for exposure. You should be compensated for your art. That's what separates you from, podcasters. In addition to the movie they're now making on their own dime, the holograms also managed to pull together a new music video for a song about them making the movie. Which, okay, I realize you're saving a lot of money paying people in hugs or whatever, but this is still the 80s and film costs money. The Misfits are mad that Jem is still making her movie, so they get Clash to agree to wreck the production. And for the record, those symbols on her wrist are already super annoying 1 episode after her introduction. Clash undergoes what appears to be a day-long makeover to help her blend in on the set, even though all they really did is give her blonde hair and some contact lenses. Meanwhile, the holograms and some other people involved with the movie give interviews to, I don't know, whatever passes for Entertainment Tonight in the Sunbow-verse, I guess.
And then we've written 12 new songs for the movie. They're outrageous.
I'll be the judge of that, thank you. Jem teases their new single, Starbright, which made me wonder if Madonna's song Starlight had dropped yet when this episode came out. But before I could go look that up, the Misfits slid in with this little diddly. Axl Rose, j'accuse! On the Jem set, Clash steals some cables, some dresses, and whatever this piece of equipment is. And back on the Misfits set, the Misfits hate everything, act like, well, movie stars as far as I know, and drive a bunch of people to quit. And then they go join the Jem production. The people who quit, not the Misfits. Clash is identified and caught, like, immediately, but she manages to run off with a video made by Video. And I probably shouldn't have taken such a long break because I do not remember what's on that tape. Then there's an extremely unconvincing car chase, which Jem cheats at using Synergy's holograms. And then they recover all the stuff Clash swiped, including the mystery tape. So I guess all that killed about 7 minutes of screen time. Jem starts filming a romantic scene with purple-haired boyfriend, but then that movie star guy who walked off the Misfits movie shows up.
Nick Man is here to save you from amateurs.
So you're a professional then? Do all professionals pronounce it amateurs? But weird Ken doll-looking actor guy won't work for nothing, so he storms off this set as well, presumably to return to his job of beach. Then the Misfits movie gets shut down by every union in town and the regrettable Mustache League. Ooh, those guys play hardball. And then Jem does a song called People Who Care, It's a nice sentiment, but it's also easily the worst song. Not just on this show, but like the worst song ever sung by anyone in the history of music. And Bahnee gets her operation, but since the Gem movie hasn't come out yet, Jerrica has to mortgage her house to pay for it, directly with the hospital. If you're from outside America, this may seem odd, but I can assure you, this is pretty much how our healthcare system works. The Gem movie premieres at the same time as the Misfits movie, and since we're coming up at the end of this three-parter, naturally everyone loves Gem's movie and hates the other one. But something tells me that much like their songs, the Misfits movie was actually better too. I bet it developed a huge cult following when it hit home video. I mean, if nothing else, that Guns N' Roses lawsuit easily helped them earn the budget back.